So you've probably heard a lot about Google's AI efforts, but this is something different. They're calling it Gemini 3. And get this, it can literally build entire worlds from just a single sentence. Yeah, you heard me right. Today we're going to dive into how this tech is completely redrawing the map of what's possible.
But look, before we get into all the technical specs and the jargon, let's just cut right to the chase with a wild question. Do you think an AI could actually build a complete, playable video game from just one sentence you type? I mean, really think about that for a second.
Well, the answer is a mind-blowing yes. In one single shot, with one request, Gemini 3 generated all the code, the HTML, the CSS, the JavaScript, for a world that looks and feels a whole lot like Minecraft. You can actually move around in it, you can place blocks, you can destroy them. It's a whole functioning little game that just, poof, appeared out of nowhere.
And hey, that's not just me being impressed. This quote right here, this is from the person who was testing it live. This is someone who sees all the cutting-edge AI stuff every single day, and even he was just completely floored. His reaction really says it all.
Okay, so you gotta be wondering, how in the world is this even happening? What's the engine that's driving all this magic? Well, let's pull back the curtain and meet the star of the show, Gemini 3.
So according to Google, this isn't just a small step up from the last version. We're talking about massive jumps forward in 4 really crucial areas. First, its reasoning is way more advanced, so it can chew through complex multi-step problems. It's also an absolute beast at coding. Then there's multimodal understanding, which is just a fancy way of saying it gets text, images, and video all at the same time. And finally, it can hold a really long, coherent conversation without getting lost. It's the whole package.
And look, this is not just marketing hype. The numbers actually back it up. Check out this benchmark. It's designed to test an AI's ability to reason at a PhD level in science. Gemini 3 absolutely crushed it, scoring nearly 92%. That's not just a little better than the competition, that's a new gold standard.
So yeah, let's be super clear here. This is not just another incremental update. We are looking at a brand new, state-of-the-art leader in the field. Gemini 3 has basically just raised the bar for everyone, and it's changing what we should even expect from AI from this point forward.
But, you know, benchmarks and scores, they're one thing. They're important, but they don't tell the whole story. The real test, the ultimate creative test, is seeing what this thing can actually do when you throw some really complex, out-of-the-box challenges at it.
So get this, someone gave it this crazy multi-step task. They said, hey Gemini, take this super dense academic AI research paper. First, summarize it for me in 10 bullet points. Then, turn those into a 2-minute video script. Oh, and when you're done, please code a simple animation that actually visualizes the whole concept. I mean, that's a lot to ask. And the result was just stunning. It actually produced this perfect little self-contained animation that explained the paper's main idea, something called an attention mechanism, which is basically how these AIs figure out what info is most important. It took this super abstract, complicated idea and just made it simple and visual. Incredible.
All right, here's another great example. The prompt was incredibly simple. Create an original song. Now, you'd probably expect it to spit out some lyrics, maybe a basic melody, but no. Gemini 3 built an entire interactive web application. It came with a working synthesizer, a sequencer to arrange the music, a cool visualizer, and the lyrics. It didn't just answer the prompt, it created a whole musical experience from scratch.
Okay, so it can create amazing content, it can build things. That's incredible. But what if it could actually do things for you in the real world? This is where we get into something that feels truly next level, Google's new Agent Mode. So think about it like this. Up until now, most AIs have been like a really smart encyclopedia. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. Agent Mode is different. It's more like a personal assistant. You give it a goal, not just a question, and it actively figures out all the little steps to make it happen. We're talking about it scanning your emails, browsing websites, and even filling out forms for you.
Here's a perfect example of what that looks like. Someone tasked it with booking a dinner reservation. It didn't just shoot back a list of restaurants. Nope. It actually opened its own web browser, went to a real booking site, searched for Italian places in the area, checked for available times. It did everything right up to the final confirmation, where it just paused to let the user log in. It's not just helping you, it's doing the actual work for you.
Okay, so we've seen it create, we've seen it reason, and we've seen it act. This is huge. Let's just step back for a second and talk about why this is the kind of thing that changes pretty much everything. Remember that 91.9% score we talked about? That's not just an impressive number on a chart. It's proof of a massive leap in an AI's ability to reason, showing that it can perform on par with human experts in some incredibly specialized fields. That is a very big deal. So, if you only take away a few things from all this, let it be these. First, Gemini 3 is a genuine, major leap forward, not just another small update. Second, it's a powerhouse at handling those really tricky, multi-step, creative, and logical problems. Third, this new agent mode is an absolute game changer, letting the AI actually do things for you. And maybe the best part? You can go and try this out for yourself, for free, right now in Google's AI Studio. Seriously, go check it out. So let's just process this for a moment. We now have an AI that can reason like a top expert, build entire worlds from a sentence, and act on our behalf out in the digital world. The line between what we consider a tool and what we consider a creator is getting blurrier every single day. So it really makes you wonder, when an AI can build, create, and act, what's next?